Incineroar. That's who he used yesterday in a pools match of his that I saw. But it looks like he's going to stick with one of his Smash 4 characters in Villager.
And you know, against a Donkey Kong, I can kind of see the logic behind this. We talked earlier about how zoner matchups can go long and brawler matchups short, but even though everyone's a little bit faster this game, when you can do that, zoning is still quite powerful against these characters, and Donkey Kong soaks up a lot of hits, man.
Both of these players just really, really good. If you haven't been paying attention to them, I'd say most people probably know Konga, but Magister a little bit more of a dark horse. He's an artist, makes some interesting stuff for sure.
All right.
Really, really talented in the game and with his utensils, his artistic devices. So happy to see he's coming out. You know, of course, the tourney in his home state. So I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Going to take that opportunity to destroy the tree in one of the most violent ways I've ever seen. But as we're going through this, it makes sense that you'd go triplats here for DK. It gives him an opportunity to get through some of those projectiles, those annoying fares, back airs, Lloyd rockets, the whole kitchen sink. But what is it you think that he needs to do as Donkey Kong in order to get in on here? Because right now, Magister's kind of having his way.
I think the best play is to try to clank out Villager's projectiles with back airs or dash attacks. Just brute force your way through and, yeah, clank them out. Otherwise, it is really tough for DK. Of course, having such a huge hurt box, pretty much everything is going to find its way to you somehow. And you just got to, parrying. That's also a great option. Looks like Konga's kind of on point with that already.
Yeah, I think he's parried Lloyd Rocket 3 or 4 times now. And, you know, credit to Magister, though, for always following that up with a second projectile, knowing that if that's something you're going to go through, that second projectile will indeed hit. But now, even though I feel like this is even right now, you know, because Donkey Kong is so strong. That is one thing that's worth noting is even if you're at a high percent, you can kind of take those hits because any good hit will do it for you.
And of course, build a little bit of rage, make your opponent still sweat. It's like their percent's passively climbing a little bit too. Of course, not to the same extent that yours would be. But I feel like that only applies when you have the same amount of stocks, right? If you're just down by percent, okay, it's not so bad. But right now with the stock advantage, I think Magister's in a great spot. Of course, all the extra credit he can get right now is going to help him a ton. Make sure that he still stays in a strong advantage for the next stock once he loses this one. If he loses this one, Jesus, fully charged bowling ball.
That is a beefy bowling ball. I do not think that is regulation, but I love the way that he is following up his Lloyd rockets. We have seen it 2 or 3 times where he just follows it up a little differently every time, not letting any frame advantage come from the parries that's being hit.
Yeah, he uses it like an assist in Marvel or Team Fighters. Wow. Magister staying on the fly. The short hop back air, double jump, neutral air. Not going to make it easy to catch him.
No, he is playing around him so well right now. That's the 3rd or 4th whiff grab that we've seen as well. And I'm not really sure what Konga's supposed to do in this situation. He can't take any big risks right now because he's maybe not quite at death percent, but he's certainly getting close to it, and he's got a lot of work to do.
Magister working on a 3 stock. This is top 32, by the way. Definitely a best of 5 as well, so we're going to see how the set unfolds long term. Obviously, Magister at a strong advantage right now, but Konga certainly figuring things out on the fly, I'm sure. See how he adapts going into the next match, but I would say this one is pretty much done. However, let me not speak too soon. Yeah, there you go. Forced into the grab, or into the shield, and gets grabbed out of it.
Trying to get down again, something that DK can struggle with. Very creative. There comes the parries, and now this is looking a little scary here.
Yeah, Konga's fighting, man. Magister
there you
still
go.
Could drop this. 3 stock comeback, though?
Oh, not on stream, not like this. Punch is charged, needs to make it back. Okay, he's going to get a chance to run to the middle here. If he can get past this Lloyd rocket safely, which he does, he's still at low percent, and a lot of the low percent stuff's still going to work.
It definitely is, and now this is basically even, and Konga does it!
I was just about to say, will Giant Punch kill? And there's the answer.
I think it killed me, too.
Oh, the stone face on both of them right now. Like, yep, that just happened. Let's move along. But, all right, there's your highlight. There is your highlight for the set. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll give more, but...
I'm going to have to hop off commentary again. For medical reasons.
I was going to say, I'll just go back to Splatoon.
Yeah.
We don't have giant punches in Splatoon, and there comes the Incineroar. I almost feel like, you want to stay Villager because you clearly had that game ahead, and it was just a matter of adapting, but not going to even chance it again. Out comes the Incineroar. And you're familiar with his Incineroar, at least on a conceptual level. What can you tell me about his Incineroar?
He uses the Lariat better than anyone I've ever seen. Pretty much put me on to the Lariat game entirely. So for those of you guys who don't know, Incineroar's Lariat comes out pretty early. I believe it's frame 5, has temporary invincibility, and he's been using it out of down throw a lot, which is a really chunky move to hit. I think tipper forward air is actually a better combo, like you get more damage out of it, but still, when your fair is stale, for example, because that's like one of your best spacing tools, you could get potentially more out of a Lariat.
Oh, the air dodge is down. Gonna get punished. No ding dong. Not quite the fearsome option it once was, but you still don't want to get grabbed by DK because at higher percents, which we're starting to approach, he's still got ways to kill you out of that throw.
Yeah, like picking you up and just going into the blast zone and yeeting you away. Oh, and speaking of a yeet, fails that one right there. Incineroar's command grab, so dangerous when you time it properly. Does 26%. And kills, of course. I feel like Konga is definitely about to go out to one of these if he gets caught shielding anywhere near the edge. There. Oh, no, a regular throw. Just going to down throw to up air. Yeah, you got to DI that out. Otherwise, you're getting hit with a free follow-up at pretty much any percent. Yeah, it goes for the high recovery, but still not enough horizontal distance. Poor Incineroar.
Poor Incineroar. It's, again, one of those characters we saw earlier with Ganon. You have to be high up if you want to have the access to that other air dodge. And there, when you're that low, that's not an option. Very difficult. But I feel like, again, Magister is coming out to a good lead here. He's spacing around Konga really well. Incineroar's got some beefy hitboxes of his own. And, man, Konga's had a really hard time getting off the ledge. His first stock went away because of it, and he's taken about half of his damage here, still trying to get back.
Still landing with that forward air. Such a good tool for Incineroar, having basically Diddy Kong's forward air with extra knockback and damage.
And with a bigger body.
Yeah, for real. Longer legs. Ooh, the down throw back air.
It's the same stuff here. It was the exact same scenario that he took that first stock. DK not good off the ledge here, and Magister taking full advantage.
And those down throw combos at that percent are certainly fake news. Konga has to be holding out. You might be afraid of dying to a regular throw from Incineroar outward, but forward throw, it's got the Mario Bros animation, so you have plenty of time to react and adjust your DI. Wow, sneaking all the way up there with cross chop. Incineroar, not the best recovery, but a pretty difficult one to intercept. He's got super armor on the beginning and also a pretty decent hitbox.
Ledge again. Neutral getup. Okay, roll was the right option. Finally, neutral getup was getting beaten, aerial was getting beaten, and the jump was getting beaten. I guess roll was the answer that he needed.
Gonna get that command grab again. Another 25-ish damage.
Okay, treating there. I like it there. Not giving up too much there. Does give up center stage, but he's fine with that. More damage, and I think one more of those will probably spell the end of him here.
Yeah,
Back.
it is getting mighty stale, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Taking the high road. Konga reaching, man. Really trying to go out there and hit him. Are we going to see another 3-stock comeback from Konga, though? He was at a similar percent and managed to run this all the way back against the Villager. Incineroar, a character who can be gimped very early. I wouldn't put it past the guy. That's all I'm saying.
How many times can you do that before the magic is gone? And there's that yeet you were talking about, and here we are again. The punch is charged. A little bit heavier of a character now, but as you said, easy to gimp.
Yeah,
not going to kill.
Forward throw, so reactable. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That doesn't put you in free fall anymore. Yo, Konga, though. Okay, gets the Lariat to beat the cross-up roll.
Can he get off the ledge? This is the deciding moment, and he does.
Just punches his way on through. Oh, my God. It's happening. It's happening, dude.
No, not again. Oh, that shield.
Oh! How is this man alive right now? 203.9%. Okay.
Oh,
Fair out of shield.
And the patience there to hold shield through both of those back airs, not getting tripped up. That would have been an edge guard situation. And Konga, can you just do that the entire time? Can you not just wait until the last stock to start playing?
This man is like Goku. You got to beat the hell out of him for him to even take you seriously.
Senkai boosts all the way through. God.
I'm in shock. No matter what happened, I was still going to be on the verge of a heart attack. But here we are. Game 3? Yeah. I feel like I've seen like a lifetime's worth of Smash. in the past 6 minutes between these two.
Well, you have to consider that the last stock of each game is really 2 games, so this is actually game 6.
Right,
is
okay,
what it feels
all right.
like.
Glad we clarified that.
Yeah, that's very much how it works. Adjusting the radar there. Going back into it. Incineroar, definitely seeming like a smart pick. And that's both games there going on triplat, so I think we'll see a stage shift, or will they stay on Battlefield?
If I'm Konga, if I had the knowledge I have, and I'm Konga, I would not go to Battlefield. I've been playing a lot of this character, Incineroar, and I think Battlefield's his best stage. So knowing that, I would try to avoid it going into the 3rd game here. But hey, maybe Konga's comfortable here. Maybe he's just, you know, doesn't have enough hands-on time against the character. Game's been out for 9 days.
Right.
Can't fault him for that. But either way, in my opinion, Magister has a pretty good shot here still. This is probably the character's best stage. Really uses those platforms effectively. As soon as you catch somebody shielding on him, gonna get that juicy command grab. But same could be said for Konga. He's got a lot of ways to poke through.
47% off of 1 grab.
Smash 4, baby.
It's beautiful in its own way.
Nothing has changed. Except that forward air having ridiculously low landing lag now, by the way. Became so much more viable seemingly overnight on December 6th. Oh, command grab D's hands.
0 to death. He listened. He's like, all right, we'll do it on the first stock this time instead of on the last stock.
Yeah, Konga like, okay, my full potential has been unlocked. I'm not letting this go to game 5. Gonna make it a quick 3-1.
And he's just playing this a lot more patient. He's waiting for Magister to approach. I feel like last game it was Magister who was kind of waiting a little bit and baiting out the options from Konga, but we've also seen this time a lot more of Magister being stuck above Konga, and we all know what DK's up air can do.
Both of these characters, excellent juggle tools. Incineroar's got like the inkling up air almost, but with 1 hit. Oh, tries to dunk him, but unfortunately catches the sour hit of down air. Konga ready with the tech.
I love that option there.
Here's a real lariat.
2 short hops there to bait him out. Goes for that last one, empty into up B. That's creativity. I love it.
Magister just looking for that, presumably looking for a forward tilt at the edge. One of Incineroar's best moves. Blows up cross-up rolls so effectively, but he knows Konga's not going to fall for it.
And you know, for what it's worth, now it's Magister's chance to do the same thing that's been done to him.
Very true. 3-stock comeback of his own. Who knows? Konga looking for these grabs. Great thing to do against Incineroar, of course. Can't get revenged. And the juggle has not stopped. How many up airs? 5, 6? No. Might have to hit him with another up air just to add insult to injury there. Konga with a huge lead right now. I feel like we shouldn't even play out the 5th game. This is too convincing right now, but it's okay. Super armor on headbutt. What an improvement for that move.
It needed a little bit of help here. A move that did not need much help is back air there. Going out, hit him again. Just put it to bed right there. Incineroar, as you mentioned earlier, not a character that has a ton of offstage options. If you get him out far enough, he's going to have to burn one of his resources, and if he doesn't, that's what happens right there. A much stronger game just opening from Konga there, a true 0 to death at the very beginning of that. So now if you're Magister, that one, like you said, looked pretty convincing. Do you think he goes back to Villager?
I would say probably not. Looks like he's hovering Incineroar, but yeah, okay.
He had to have considered it there because I really feel like that Villager game was probably the cleanest game. A 3-1 comeback means you were doing something right for most of it, but I guess he wants to go with the Incineroar here. Wisely going away from triplats. He was getting juggled the heck in that last game. Instead, going with a more neutral look here on Smashville. Yeah,
I feel like playing Villager against DK is so mentally grueling, though. It's like you got to be on the ball every second of the game, and DK can kind of just mash his face on his controller, and if he rolls it, against the right cheekbone, it'll just, hit you for 60.
Yeah, kill you at 50%.
Yeah.
I like it there. Great play around that shield.
Of course, DK does have to play super tactically in projectile matchups like that, just exaggerating the situation, but for any DK mains at home, don't get mad at me.
It's early. It's still early. We're all still learning here. But again, going out forcing that air dodge, barely able to make it back there. Great recovery option. Some RARs there in center stage. They've kind of been feeling themselves out, kind of identifying when the opponent is going to commit to a move and then trying to beat him to the punch. Great recovery options there. If you are high up in the corner, I feel like Incineroar might be one of the hardest characters to edge guard.
I feel like every character is pretty decent at recovering from the top corner.
Yep.
Again, that directional air dodge, really a huge difference maker. Like Chrom, you know, everyone was memeing on Chrom for how terrible his recovery was, but then the game came out and I'm seeing these Chrom players get back almost every time.
Never look too hard on what's on paper.
Right. And right now, Incineroar, little tiny lead here. Of course, a good throw away from going out. Konga still on the chase. Not
that patience.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Doesn't commit to anything.
When the action just stops for a couple seconds. And there, okay, he was trying to, again, fake out that back air and catch him with a forward tilt. But again, great on Magister. Getting around the grab, the yeet, as you called it. Going to take it there, but they've been adapting to each other's ledge play, and I think that's the most exciting thing about this set so far.
Taking 21 for being near DK doing up B in the sky. That's always been such a high damage move, but of course not very reliable to go for it intentionally. Uses cross chop super armor though to get out of a combo. Magister pushing the meta for Incineroar here. I like that. Gonna, you know, pencil it into my notebook.
I was gonna say, I have a notebook here if you'd like to write it down.
Grounds him. Oh,
he was going for something big there. Oh, man. Weak hit in air. I'm not even sure what that could have gone into.
Yeah, the inner machinations of his mind are a mystery, or an enigma. I'll just have to try to figure out what he was going for if that had hit properly.
I like the option there, trying to beat that out with the super armor, but I guess big beefy hits at the right time beat that out too.
Yeah, getting kicked in the face. Gonna win that exchange. Okay, goes for the low side B, saves his jump. Incineroar can be pretty crafty with his recovery to some extent, but not much to do about that. Picks him up, runs off the stage, throws him to the left blast zone, and DK with great horizontal recovery always in Smash, so he's going to make it back from that, no problem. This little scramble. DK actually getting low to the ground when he does his up tilt in the end lag animation, so that back air out of shield is going to go right over him.
Uh-oh. Okay, jumping out immediately. That was a risky jump, too. I understand why he didn't want to air dodge, but now he's just going for something big. Speaking of big.
A giant punch.
Yeah, giant punch. It's in the name. Another 21 damage for being near DK, as you say it. And now, how's he going to get down? Revenge.
Yeah, just trying to catch Konga, pressing a button. Oh! Whoa! That's been in the game forever, but I've never seen it look so gritty.
That was so smooth, so gritty, so